much more grown out look in my brows and allowing my natural lashes to grow. Now, I'd love to tell you that I just sat back and allowed that to happen. I didn't. Now, as a person, I'm blessed with the ability to grow my hair very, very long, very quickly, and I've always got super long nails. I've always been able to grow my hair and my nails really super simple. However, my brows and my lashes, I've really needed a little bit of a helping hand. Now, you can do lots of different things to have the appearance that you can get microblading done, or lots of different, lamination, all these different things. However, when you utilize the right ingredients and factor it into your routine, you have the ability to really allow the natural beauty of your brows and lashes to come back. Now, this is something that I've wanted to bring to you for, years.
Yeah.
It's not just like, oh, it's been for 6 months, this is years. And when I say years, it's years in the making as well. Not only have you been hassling me about it for years, I've been hassling myself. Because as Hat said, so at the beginning of the first lockdown, that was what I looked like in the first lockdown. Not with the towel on my head and all these rubies on. It was more sort of just my dressing gown and put my feet up going, what do we do now? But that was a point where Hattie and I spoke to each other. And we were like, I'll be honest, and you might think we're dramatic, we were quite upset at the time because we couldn't have our lashes done and couldn't have our brows done. Now that sounds like big first world problems, and I totally understand that, but our lashes have become a real safety blanket. That's, some of you will resonate with that, and some of you go, I don't know what you're on about. And so I thought, right, it's lockdown, not really doing much. And of course here on your television, in the beginning bit, it wasn't so much, it was less, wasn't it? I thought, right, I'm going to utilise this time and figure out what to do with my brows and lashes. And I had a little look at different serums that were available, and they were a fortune.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, oh, I don't really know. I remember you bought one, it was about 90 something quid. Big thing with this, okay, so at this point, I was very much in my research phase for all of my skincare. I was real deep in all the science of all of it. And I thought, right, do I go and spend 100 quid on a serum to see if it's going to work? Or do I figure out what ingredients then these are going to work and sort of create something myself? So what I did at the time was did all of my research, found certain different ingredients that were said to work, and bought them individually and utilised those on my brows. Now, and as you can see, my brows look vastly different than they did a few years ago because of having that intervention with all of the different ingredients. So I chose from that research and what I experienced on my own face to then formulate my own perfect serum for you, and the difference for me has been sensational. And strangely, I talked about this with Ellis last week, and Ellis had a classic Ellis smug. Looking at my brows and my lashes then, and looking at how I look now, allowing myself to lean into a more natural view of it by having better natural lashes and better natural brows and having a more natural overall look. I think it's prettier.
Yeah,
I
agree.
Think that I feel like I look so much different, and I feel like it's made me look better in my opinion. And over the past few years, when you've asked for this product from me, a lot of messages that we've had, a lot of them I've had have been like, please do a brow serum, please can we have this, or could you make this? But a lot of messages have been, I'm really struggling with being able to do my brows. Whenever I've bought the Brow Perfect palette, the gel, how many messages we had over the years saying, I want to use this, but my brows are really sparse, don't really know what to do. Have you got any tips for it? This is what you need. This is what is going to overhaul that for you. Now, what I will say is it is a serum. This isn't some future, and please don't message into Jess, this won't be till next year at the earliest, is that I'm looking into at the minute into doing different colours. I know a lot of you have been asking me for a blue, for a dark green and for a grey. I'm working on those. That won't be till next year though. That's the only difference that I need to make to this. I don't need to say, oh, new improved formula. I don't need to do any of that, because this is exactly what I set out for it to be the be all and end all. So it is waterproof, it is smudge proof, it's lengthening, it separates, it curls, it's got a patent black formula and also a patent brown formula, so it's not got that kind of dark charcoaly grey, sort of not quite black sort of colour to it. It doesn't crumble and go all down your face. You don't take it off and have ridiculous panda eyes for hours trying to get any of that pigment off. This is everything that I'd hoped for years and years and years. It didn't exist. And I want for you to twist the spoolie as you softly blink onto it. Now this is your first step. Now I want to make sure that you're going right to the inner corner and the outer corner of your eye, and getting all of those lashes. Now, as you start to do this, what you'll see is that it really finds and separates all of those lashes, okay? Starting to see more and more of them, thinking, oh, I didn't even know that these lashes were there. Twisting that spoolie through, that's where you're gonna start getting all of those lashes coated with the product, okay? So if you want to, you can just do this one step. I do this if I'm just using the brown one, and just, if I've got no makeup on at all and I just want to put a little bit on, if I'm, off out to the shops or something, then I will do that.
Yeah, so, you can see the difference already.
So this is just step one, twisting it through. So if I just stop there and just show you,
Woo!
That's just one step. Now what you're going to do Now this is where you're really going to start seeing that elongation. You're really going to start seeing that length. We're seeing all of that definition coming through. I don't need to wear fake lashes because I've got this. If you team your Lash Max with your Lash Envy, you don't need anything else. Making sure that you're getting right to this is the thing that a lot of people do as well. When you're putting it on, make sure that you get right to the ends of it. Don't sort of take the spoolie away before you get to the ends of your lashes. As I said, you might be a little bit like me and have the ends of your lashes being a little bit lighter. Look at
this. Look at the...
As Hattie said, it does all of it. Now, I think if you'd never heard us talking about this before and you'd heard everything that Hattie just said, you might think, oh, this is going to be really sort of harsh on my skin, really sore, really tight, everything like that, irritating, make it red. Absolutely not. I know that I can't think of anyone who enjoys taking the makeup off. It's never an enjoyable experience, and that's because the majority of the products that you will utilise for that, particularly at the beginning of that part of your routine of removing your makeup, cleansing your skin and toning it, those three are always where you're going to find that irritation, you're going to find that sort of real drawing out of all the goodness of your skin. This is built to be really, really effective, but at the same time gentle. I'm not compromising on its ability to remove your makeup properly, just have it gentle, but at the same time, we're not compromising on that gentleness to be able to have the effective quality. Yes, your Lash Max is waterproof, and yes, this takes it off with ease. If you have a full TV's amount of makeup on, like I do right now, this does it.